Chop towards third. Workman. It's under his glove. Throw to the plate. It kicks away from Kelly, and the Diamondbacks have the lead. Diamondbacks scored 10 times and take an 11-7 lead. That one back on its way, and it's gone.
Here we go.
Wow.
And it has gotten chaotic here.
JD, I'm going to make a prediction. Cubs are going to win this game.
Lefty to lefty. Tucker hits a drive into right field and deep. It's got a chance. Gone. The Cubs have taken the lead.
Yep, here we go. 3-2. See what Say gets. Drilled center field. Into the bleachers.
This is just incredible.
Something tells me every person in attendance today will never forget this ball game.
We are back at the ball yard Saturday afternoon at Wrigley Field. Well, yesterday was fun. We'll see how the Chicago Cubs and the Arizona Diamondbacks follow it up. Today a little bit different, a little bit colder. Fans bundled up, but they're ready to have some fun. It's the Cubs, it's the Diamondbacks. All the action coming up here from Chicago. Welcome everybody here on Marquee Sports Network. Jim DeShays, myself, Alex Cohen. Taylor McGregor joins us shortly. JD, yesterday, what a win, what a game, what a comeback.
Yeah, wild, wacky, crazy, chaotic, whatever term you want to use. Yesterday we had it all at the ballpark, including a 10-run top of the 8th for the Diamondbacks as they overcome a 7-1 Cubs lead. Cubs get up off the deck and just continue to slug. Kyle Tucker did his thing. Suzuki goes deep. Earlier, Ian Happ hit a grand slam. Carson Kelly hit 2. It was Good Friday. Then it was, oh no, this is not very good. And then it was a great Friday as the Cubs come back to ultimately win that game. And fun to look at the roller coaster of the win probability chart. You see the Diamondbacks after their rally way up there, around 100% chance of winning that ball game, but it was not to be as the Cubs rallied.
Roller coaster, they call that the Six Flags Special. All right, game 2 of this series. JD, we talked a lot about the offense. Ben Brown on the mound. He had a great start his last time out against the Dodgers.
Yeah, indeed he did. It was a really nice bounce back start for him. The previous one against San Diego, he got hit around pretty good, but outstanding against the Dodgers. A 16 of 22 first pitch strikes on the attack all game. Got chases on the curveball once he was able to jump ahead with his fastball. Just brilliant stuff, leaning on that nasty 2-pitch combo that he's got, a 96-mile-an-hour heater and that very sharp curveball.
All right, let's set it down to Taylor McGregor, who's down at Wrigley Field, and she'll talk more about Wrigley Field. T-Mac.
Yeah, yesterday after that game, Craig Counsell was asked, what do you think about the way that Wrigley Field plays? And he said, well, if you've seen a game like that, the one we saw yesterday afternoon, you've been around a while. One thing, though, that stood out was the offense, which is in stark contrast with what we saw a year ago. When you look at the park factor, this is a stat that StatCast comes up with. It was the second hardest park to play in when it came to the offense. So very pitcher friendly a year ago, historically pitcher friendly in fact. So yesterday seemed the exact opposite of that. Today here, the wind is not blowing nearly as much. So it'll be interesting to see the way it plays. It plans, or it seems to be much more neutral, Alex.
Thanks, Taylor. We're going to take a break. When we come back, Carson Kelly, 2 homers yesterday. Guys in the studio will be talking about his 2-homer game coming up next.
Rachel.
a first pitch, and you see that crowd that is cheering for that man. I'm sure there are Cubs as well as Bears fans, because Ben Johnson, he will lead the Monsters of the Midway into this 2025 season, and he is looking to throw absolute gas. Number 23, he knows the importance of that number here in the second season. Whoa, Ben Johnson.
69.
Let's go.
Absolute 69.
Absolute fire. I like the way that one looks. And hopefully Caleb Williams, he saw his head coach. He knows that it's all about getting after it. Now, we saw Brad Keller on the receiving end of that one. He will not be strapping on those tools of ignorance anytime soon. Miguel Amaya, he will be the starting catcher today, because Carson Kelly, after everything he's been able to do with the bats, he's been given a day of rest, a day off ahead of Easter Sunday. But when it comes to the tandem behind the dish, they're quite possibly the best in all of baseball. It's good to have that 1-2 punch.
I got nuggets from Chris Antonacci. How impactful, because there's pages and pages,
Very
but
impactful.
I found this segment I needed. The catcher's production for the Chicago Cubs, it's up from last year. I don't even need to give you numbers on that. But how good has it been? This good. I mean, Carson Kelly and Miguel Amaya, I mean, you really can't ask for much more out of the catcher spot. They're both right now, and when you talk about the 50-50 split, they've both made 11 starts.
No
so
doubt about
living
it.
up true to what Craig Counsell was mentioning.
Well, sometimes it doesn't work, but I think this is working because they both are prepared. They both understand their roles. They both are in a position where they're like, hey, look, you know, it's fun to have a good competition. It's fun to go out and be like,
I think Miguel Amaya today is like,
I got to step my game up, right? That keeps you from being complacent, right? So when you talk about platoons and you talk about certain things in the game, some things are good for just the mental of guys and keeping them competitive and keeping them going out there and being on point, making sure you block, you know, the balls. And, look, you might not get a hit, call a great game, you know, block a ball, throw somebody out, still take some positive home. They have a good duo.
Absolutely. Competition, as we know, we've seen it on full display. It always breeds excellence. Is there one catcher in particular that you remember that could really get after it and swing it? Because more times than not, that catcher position in the lineup is an offensive black hole.
It really is. You know, I go back to my teams with the Marlins. I had Charles Johnson. Greg Zahn backed him up.
They could swing
with the Mets. It was Mike Piazza. He pretty much played every day because we needed his offense.
The best offensive catcher in the history of the game, quite possibly.
So you think about, like, I remember the catching duos. You know, Lenny Webster backed up Darren Fletcher at the Expos. I don't know how I remember all this, but I knew the certain guys played every day. Times have changed. You see it. How many games has Miggy played? 11?
11. Both 11 starts.
Both 11 starts. So things have changed, and I just think when you have a nice little dynamic, you hope it just can end up being what the Cubs have gotten thus far.
Yeah, 50-50 split, as we've seen
You'll
from
take
the
that
Cubs' rotation of catchers.
Definitely.
Yeah, Carson Kelly and Miguel Amaya.
Let's see this thing.
They're able to split some heads wide open, just like Ben Johnson. Let's go!
A little change piece?
Yeah, a little sink piece right there across the zone. And, yeah, he is ready to roll. Craig, he's smiling, so you know you can't let the Bears head coach down. First pitch right around the corner. The gang has the call. We'll catch you when all the dust settles. Go Cubs.
Back here at Wrigley Field, a couple really nice jerseys entering the Wrigley Field premises. Randy Johnson, Mark Pryor. Fans getting excited. Game 2 of a 3-game set. Cubs taking on the Diamondbacks. And now it's time for our keys to the game, brought to you by your local Hyundai dealer. JD.
Yeah, this will be the Cubs' second look at Zach Gallen, the veteran right-hander. Curveball, a big concern, so gotta look out for that wrinkle. He's got really good stuff. And it's PCA's bobblehead day, so don't be surprised if he has a big day here. And why not? He's had an extra base hit in 6 consecutive games. That's the longest active such streak in MLB right now. And Ben Brown, really good last time out. Let's see if he can follow that up with a solid effort against a very talented Diamondback lineup.
All right, Ben Brown making the start. We're going to take a break. When we come back, it's the starting lineups. It's the first pitch. All the action, all the fun here from is brought to you by Circus Sports, by Advocate Healthcare. Let's live well and make the most of every moment, game day and every day. And by your local Hyundai dealer. Find the dealer nearest you at buyhyundai.com. Back here at Wrigley Field, Cubs Diamondbacks game 2 of a 3-game series coming up. Not quite time for first pitch, but JD, it is time for the Chick-fil-A nugget of the game. Chicago Cubs yesterday, first win when allowing a 10-run inning since September 26, 1912. That was a couple years ago, JD. And at that point, Arizona had just been a state for 225 days.
You know, the fun note about that game, it was against Cincinnati, and the Reds scored 10 runs in the top half of the 9th inning to take a 10-9 lead, and then the Cubs scored 2 in the bottom of the ninth to win. And the starting pitcher for the Cubs, I believe it was Jimmy Lavender, was out there for 8 2/3 innings. They kept scoring against him, but they left him in the game, and that kind of points out how different the game was played in 1912 versus 2025.
Just wearing it. Ben Brown on the mound. BB trying to throw some BBs, making his 20th career appearance and 12th career start.
Yeah, really good last time out against the Dodgers. He pitched against the Diamondbacks once last year. Really good, 6 innings of 1 hit, 1-run ball against the D-backs. It has not been a soft landing for him this year. He's faced the Dodgers twice now. He got the Padres, and now he gets the Diamondbacks, and really talented lineups he's been up against.
Speaking of the talented lineup, getting ready for the Diamondbacks starting lineup, and it's brought to you by Ford. Carroll, Perdomo, Smith 1, 2, 3, Naylor, Suarez, Thomas 4, 5, 6, Moreno, McCarthy, and Tawa. 7, 8, 9, JD, this lineup for the Diamondbacks. You look at the top 3 hitters, combined 985 OPS, and this is a team that's scoring the 2nd most runs in Major League Baseball, the first, Chicago Cubs. So the 2 highest scoring offenses back at it today.
Yeah, well, and obviously yesterday's game contributed to these 2 teams, but this is nothing new for the Cubs. They've scored 10 or more 6 different times this year. They had that 18-run explosion against the A's. Yeah, so we expect, even though it's not as hitter-friendly here today, don't be surprised if a few runs go up on the board. Check in with the Cubs defensively here this afternoon. Pretty much standard issue lineup for Craig Counsell today. You see Hapcrow, Armstrong, Tucker pretty much every day, left, center, right. Around the horn, it's Bush, Horner, Swanson, John Birdie that gets the nod at third base today. That's where the rotation is. And Miguel Amaya, he's been splitting time with Carson Kelly. He's back behind the plate, pushing the buttons today.
Well, JD, we got started yesterday with some really good defense and left by Ian Happ, center by Pete Crow Armstrong. It was, 2-1 in the 6th inning, and then all chaos broke.
Yeah, all chaos did break out. Colin Ray, the starter yesterday for the Cubs, did a real nice job. Went 4 2/3. Tough day to pitch, really solid stuff. And then things got a little hairy, and then ultimately a lot of fun as the Cubs managed to come back and win that ball game.
Cubs 13-9, Diamondbacks 12-8. Cubs top team in the NL Central, and the D-backs at 12-8. They are 4th in the NL West. What a difference a division makes. Here's Ben Brown, here's Corbin Carroll. And here's the first pitch. Up high, ball 1, and we are underway.
Carroll was really aggressive in the game yesterday. Got pinched a little bit. Looked like he caught the corner.
Jim Wolf calling the balls and the strikes today. That's it out to center field. Pete Crow Armstrong races back at the wall. It is gone.
Well, in a hitter's count, he threw him a challenge fastball, and Corbin Carroll was up to the challenge for the 7th time this year. It makes him such a dynamic leadoff hitter. He's got speed, he's got power. You don't want to walk him because of the damage you can do on the bases, but if you challenge him, there's a chance he'll do this. And even though it's not a real helping wind here today, Carroll got every bit of that one. And off we go.
Bet the rest of the game will be boring, right, JD?
It's an interesting start after yesterday.
Here's Geraldo Perdomo. First pitch, swing and a miss. Now for Corbin Carroll, that home run, as you said, is 7th of the year. Now on base streak, 21 consecutive games to start the season.
And Corbin Carroll at the end of April last year had just 1 home run. He really struggled first half of the season, then lit things up in the second half.
1-1 to Perdomo.
Ben Brown has a changeup but rarely uses it. So if you're a hitter facing Ben Brown, you're worried about that plus fastball and that nasty curveball. He did not throw any changeups in his last start against the Dodgers.
2-1. Brown, that changeup at 91 miles per hour, throws it about 7% of the time. 3-1. Ben Brown in that start against the Dodgers. Gets 6 innings, 5 hits, no runs, 5 Ks, no walks. His average fastball velocity right on 95.4 miles per hour this year, a mile per hour slower than last year. 3-2. Popped up left side. Birdie runs out of room. Yeah, I thought Ben Brown was very candid, JD. He was interviewed after his start against the Dodgers. He said, yeah, what were you looking to do in this start at Dodger Stadium? Well, anything that I didn't do in the start here against San Diego, the previous start. Just completely wiping the slate clean.
Yeah, well, mission accomplished. He was really good. Whoops.
Bobbled by Bush, and Perdomo's safe.
That's become a bit of an issue for the Cubs here in recent days. Committed 3 errors in the ball game yesterday. Some sloppy play in that series in San Diego. Michael Bush has been really good down there, but this one just eats him up. Trying to back up to get a convenient hop and never got it.
Brings up Pavin Smith.
Dangerous hitter. I mean, check out those numbers. My goodness.
49 at bats, 20 hits. In the lineup mostly against right-handed pitching. Takes that one for a strike.
There's a heavy curveball usage. Get a lot of swing and miss, a lot of chase out of the zone with that pitch.
There's another strike.
Yes, he made that one a little smaller, right? The last 2 was able to land him in the zone, and then he'll throw that real sharp downer, that back foot curveball to try to get chase.
Throws it 39% of the time. Nothing. Diamondbacks lead. Corbin Carroll leadoff home run. Dead center. It's hit in the air. The twisting foul and out of play. And that fastball from Ben Brown at 97 miles per hour.
And that's when you start to dream on Ben Brown. You know, what's the next level for him? If he could come up with a changeup that he felt very comfortable with and kind of integrate it into his mix a little bit more.
And you saw him tinkering with it, experimenting with it in spring. Threw a couple really nice changeups in a spring training start against the Kansas City Royals. And start in Sacramento, he threw 5 changeups. Two.
Yeah, it's hard because pitchers will tell you they don't want to get beat with their 3rd best pitch. So if you don't have a lot of confidence in that pitch, the tendency is just to keep it in your back pocket and go with what you relied on and had success with in the past. And because his fastball is so lively and the curveball is so good, he can be a 2-pitch pitcher. I just think there's the potential for more from Ben if he could come up with whether it's a splitter or circle change. Dodgers come to town for a 2-game set starting Tuesday. Be here for it. Get your tickets at Cubs.com/tickets. Just in case you haven't seen enough of the Dodgers yet this year.
And then you won't see him at all.
And then we're done. Yeah.
Till hopefully October. Late October. How about this gauntlet of a schedule, JD? At the Dodgers, at San Diego, at home against the Diamondbacks, at home against the Dodgers, and at home against the Phillies. And that, prior to that, you go out to Japan, you have that schedule as well. It's just been Crazy.
So there's the travel component of it, which has been tough, and then the nature of the competition, and that's why it's really impressive what the Cubs have been able to do, posting a 13-9 record to this point. And frankly, they left a couple on the table along the way, a couple games that got away from them that they probably should have won. So it could be a little bit better, but I think if you're Craig Counsell, you're feeling pretty good about 13-9 at this point.
Josh Naylor swings through that one and misses.
Dangerous situation here early with a couple of guys aboard for Josh Naylor. 31 home runs last year for the Guardians.
0-1 ripped to short. Dansby makes the catch.
Well, the NL West really setting the tone here in the early going. Check out these winning percentage by division. Collectively playing .586 baseball, and it's well up over 600 if you throw the Rockies out there, 3-15. Yeah, he did.
That's a sword.
Suarez, who has done so much damage against Cubs pitching in his career. Big grand slam in the game yesterday. It started their comeback.
0-1 to Gino.
Fewest at-bats per home run all time against the Cubs. You see Suarez sandwiched between Hall of Famers Schmidt and Robinson. All Hall of Famers on that list except for Adam Dunn,
Who had a lot of home runs. Did he go? Yep.
Suarez not buying it, lingering in that box a good long while. It's Chris Siegel, the first base umpire.
It's a big second out. And here's Chicago native Alek Thomas. Nice start to the season, hitting .311. No homers, 10 runs driven in.
Couple of knocks off the bench for him in the game yesterday.
Single and a double. Ben Brown holding the runner on.
Carmel High School here in Chicago, and an outstanding football player.
State championship winner there over at Mount Carmel.
I think he had records as both a quarterback and a receiver.
He did.
I don't know how you pull that off.
Creativity. Offensive genius. Ben Johnson play calling. Ben Johnson threw out the first pitch today.
Yeah, he did, and he's going to sing the stretch. The new Bears head coach. Got a little honeymoon going. Fans gave him a huge ovation. See some of those fastballs running up and away, and then the high curveball just a little bit leaky with that front side shoulder pulling off towards first base a little bit. It needs to stay closed just a little bit longer.
Two on, two out. 3-1. There's a strike.
How about that 3-1 curveball right at the knees.
Third 3-ball count of the inning. 3-2 to Alek Thomas. Swing and a miss, strike three. Big punch out. Ben Brown limits the damage in the first. 1-0 D-backs lead. We'll go to the bottom of the first inning. Beautiful. Bottom of the first inning. Cubs trail 1-0, and it's time for the Cubs lineup, brought to you by Binny's Beverage Depot. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Happ, Tucker, Suzuki, Bush, Swanson, Horner, and then PCA, Amaya, and Birdie. The fun lineup, JD.
Yeah, it's got a nice mix of left and right. It's got speed. It's got power. They lead Major League Baseball in runs per game. Zach Gallen pumps that first one in there at 92 miles an hour. This is his 7th big league season. He'll be a free agent at the end of the year. And likely will get paid a lot of money. An all-star a couple seasons ago. A little bit of a bumpy start to his season this year.
One a Happ. It's a strike.
And thought that ball was up. Because we can read lips.
You can. I can. I struggle. I talk. I don't see well.
We'll let you know.
Foul by Happ. Yesterday, Ian 3 for 5 hit the grand slam. He's driven in 12 this year. Remember this, JD?
Yeah, this is the one that made it a 7-1 Cubs lead, and all right, easy win the rest of the way, but not to be, but a big swing of the bat by Ian. One of 5 home runs the Cubs hit in the game yesterday.
Easy win. What is that? Not yesterday, apparently. Not wire to wire. Good take.
The walk rate has been an issue for Gallen this year. Walking just under 12% of the batters he has faced. Typically a guy that will get a lot of strikeouts. Hovers around league average in terms of walks, but that has been an issue for him this year. A lot of high pitch count outings.
So here's Kyle Tucker. He hit a home run too yesterday.
This is the one that allowed the Cubs to regain the lead.
Dugout was hyped. One up. Q shot foul.
And back-to-back changeups here from Zach Gallen. As you see where Kyle Tucker ranks in Major League Baseball.
Pretty good.
I'll say.
A 1, a 2, a 1, a 3, a 1. Couple 5th, 6th, and 8ths. Time to start talking about him as a top 5 player in baseball. Did not have a good spring training, and he is having a wonderful start to the regular season.
He has reached base safely in all but 2 games this year. And no real surprise when you look at his resume, when you see what he did with the Astros. He's a big-time player.
Another impressive part, more walks and strikeouts. Takes the ball there.
And Kyle has made 3 consecutive All-Star teams. Last year he was on his way to a huge season before he got hurt, on pace for 48 home runs. He ended up with 23 and only 277 at bats.
Tucker in the air to right. Carroll back at the wall, hits the wall. Cuts into right field. Ian rounds third. Throw to third, not in time. It's an RBI triple for Kyle Tucker.
And much like yesterday, the Cubs respond after the Diamondbacks score. Tucker, who tripled in the game yesterday, with another one here this afternoon. It comes after the leadoff walk to Ian Happ. He just, man, covers everything. In, out, up, down, spin it, velocity, doesn't matter.
Here's Seiya Suzuki. That's a strike. So Kyle Tucker, RBI number 22. Another extra base hit. He is a special player.
It's one of the challenges of playing the outfield here at Wrigley Field because of the brick wall. If you get too close, you don't make a play on that ball. It's going to travel a lot further back in toward the infield than in most stadiums.
1-1 count to Seiya Suzuki. We have the icing on top of the cake. That 8th inning.
All in all, Corbin Carroll, man, he got really close. Thought he had a chance at it. Actually kind of lost track of it, didn't he?
On 2 inside. Well, it's hit 102 miles per hour and it's knuckling away from him. Tough to track it down.
You got the well, the way it cuts out there. It's got some funky angles.
2-2. Third base side, and it just goes foul.
Diamondbacks keep their infield back here. They'll concede a run for an out, and this one just a hair foul. Nice play by Fabian down the line.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Seiya down on strikes, 1 away. Here's Michael Busch.
Got to have contact there. Now Torey Lovullo will bring his infield in with 1 out.
Busch an opportunity to atone for a top of the 1st inning error. 3 for 5 yesterday.
Gallen will give you a lot of different looks. He's leaned heavily on that changeup here in the 1st inning. His fastball will have a little cut from time to time. Slider, curve. All part of the mix.
Busch takes it inside. Zach Gallen throws the fastball about 46% of the time. Average fastball 92.9. That's about a mile per hour difference from last year. He was 93.8 last year. So his velo down as well a little bit. Busch jams that foul. Gallen started on opening day for the Diamondbacks, March 27th. 4 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs, 4 strikeouts, 4 walks against the Cubs. Line drive to right field. Carroll can't make the catch. Falls well in front of him for a base hit. Tucker scores, and it's 2-1 Cubs. An RBI single from Michael Busch.
Gallen might go change up there, but he challenged with the fastball and catches a good part of the plate. And thigh high, inner half. Good swing, Michael Busch. Continues to do really good work.
Swing it. Here's Dansby. (2-1) Cubs lead. It was 2-1 after 6 innings yesterday. Line drive left field, base hit. Dansby Swanson. Busch stops at second. Now he heads to third. No throw. Jake McCarthy miscommunication there. Now first and third for the Cubs. 1 out here with the first.
I'm not sure what McCarthy's thinking there. If he assumed that Busch was going to go to third and he was just trying to keep the back runner out of scoring position, but I don't think you can make that assumption on a base hit to left field. Almost like he forgot Busch was on base.
Bush, he stops, one step back. Now,
little hitch and go. Ben Johnson will appreciate that.
Good. That's in the Cole Kmet route tree right there. Eating at the mound. So walk, triple, strikeout, single, single. Dansby Swanson, who was mired in a 3 for 35 slump coming into that at bat, hit that 105.6 miles per hour, laced it to left.
Yeah, best swing he's gotten off in a while. That was obviously good to see. And
so here's Nico Horner. How about the start of the year for Nico? Barely plays during spring training. All he's done so far is hit .324, 6 stolen bases, has more walks and strikeouts.
yeah, you know, obviously it was unfortunate for him that he was not able to make that trip to Tokyo, but by staying back, he was able to get a lot of quality work. And the schedule has provided some off days. It's, you know, that allowed Craig to kind of ease him back into his everyday role. And now it's all systems go.
Lines it foul. Look at Nico's at bats quality. Low walk rate, but a lower strikeout rate. And he's in the ilk of Luis Ariz when it comes to putting the ball in play.
Yeah, rarely swings and misses. I mean, you know, he'll chase. He'll go out of the zone, but typically makes contact.
And Nico doing all that while playing Gold Glove caliber defense at second. A real important piece to the 2025 Chicago Cubs. Nico Horner, 1-2. Taken for a called third strike.
Twice now with men on third base. A big strikeout from Gallen. He got Suzuki. Now Nico takes that fastball at the knees at 94.
Two away. Arguably the hottest hitter for the Chicago Cubs up in Pete Crow Armstrong.
Bobble boy.
Foul back at the screen. Now time for the Intelligence Center powered by CDW and Adobe. Pete Crow Armstrong, 6 consecutive games with an extra base hit. Time for the most in Major League Baseball this year and the longest active streak as these 3 players. Those are not active streaks. Pete 11 for 25 during this 6-game stretch. 440. That's a high OPS, over 1,500. And it wasn't just the hitting, not just the extra base hits, JD. The walk that he drew yesterday started all the action, all the fun for the Cubs offense.
Yeah, I think there was a time where he was pressing. He's settled in now. He's making better swing decisions. He'll still chase that high fastball from time to time, but just looks a lot more comfortable in the box. Gallen able to dial that one up to 95, so his velo has picked up as this inning has moved along.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Pete Crow Armstrong goes down swinging, but the Cubs take the lead. It's a 2-1 game. We'll go to the second. Miguel Montero. 2006-2014 with the Diamondbacks, 2015-2017 with the Cubs, won a ring, two-time All-Star with the Diamondbacks, 2011-2014. Miguel Montero, a couple big hits in his career, this one especially with the Cubs.
Joe Blanton in Game 1 of the 2016 NLCS. Talk about bedlam in the ballpark. Mickey's working as an agent now, I believe.
Is he based out of Chicago?
I don't think so.
It's Gabriel Montero.
I think Arizona.
We're talking about Miguel Montero. It's Gabriel Moreno. Good young catcher for the Diamondbacks. Netted in a trade from the Blue Jays a couple years back. Double yesterday. 0-1 delivery.
Both these pitchers really labored in the first inning. See if either one of them can kind of rein things in, start to get the jump on these hitters.
Brown fires. You have both starting pitchers, Ben Brown, Zach Gowen, combined for 60 first inning pitches. 32 from Gowen, 28 by Brown. And that's up and in.
Same issue that he had in the first inning. Flying open a little bit. A lot of run on that fastball, but having a hard time finding the zone.
3-1. That is an uncomfortable swing.
Well, again, in a hitter's count, Moreno probably selling out on a fastball and really fooled by the breaking pitch. And maybe the adjustment that you need to make to execute that breaking pitch might get him locked in with the fastball.
And a leadoff walk here in the second.
Both teams used a lot of bullpen yesterday, and both managers would love to get some length out of their starters, but it is not trending that way right now.
Diamondbacks made some moves today. Got a couple fresh arms up. McCarthy lays down a bunt. Rolls foul.
McCarthy just finding a way. He's trying to find a way. He's really scuffling.
Jake McCarthy 3 for 37 this year. 0 for 4 with a run scored yesterday and a walk. So a walk back to the batter's box. JD, you were talking about Alec Thomas being a stud football player. Jake McCarthy, stud football player in the state of Pennsylvania, in Scranton. You look at the state of Pennsylvania running back, hierarchy in terms of stats. It's Jake McCarthy and Saquon Barkley.
Really?
No.
Put together a real nice year last year. 285, 749 OPS.
Line foul. Jake has an older brother, Joe, who played in the big leagues, was drafted by the Rays. Played his college baseball at UVA. One, two. Ben Brown about to throw his 40th pitch.
Easter weekend. Time to put your bunny ears on.
That's it well into right field. Tucker makes the catch shy of the warning track.
This Tuesday, Cubs take on the Dodgers. First pitch 6:40. The first 10,000 early arriving fans will receive a reusable Earth Day tote bag presented by Hefty. Be here for it. Visit Cubs.com/tickets.
Bobbleheads, tote bags. Great promo schedule early on here from the Cubs.
Still no Ketel Marte for the Diamondbacks. Might not see him until May, so Tim Tawa getting a chance to play some second base.
Takes a strike. And you know those videos that teams post of in the manager's locker room, guys getting called up for the first time? Tim Tawa had a really good one. Really good one. One.
Uncle Charlie. Right on the edge.
One, two. Pop up towards second. Nico. 2 away.
One Stanford man retires another. I don't know if Tawa and Nico were teammates there at all. Tawa's 26, so yeah, they probably spent a little time together out there in Palo Alto.
Along with Tommy Edman. Good Cardinal class that's taken up high. Tawa was drafted in the 11th round, 2021. Nico obviously a first-round draft pick, 2018.
Yeah, so they might have missed.
To strike. Brown delivers. Shot left side and a base hit for Corbin Carroll. 2 for 2. Inning continues.
He showed his power first time up. Now just the ability to shoot that ball the other way. Just really annoying from a pitcher's point of view to deal with a guy like that.
Also, JD, I checked. Trust your gut. They played with each other for 1 year.
Did they? Okay.
1 year. You got it. I trusted you.
See, that's the one he needs to do more frequently. And that's what he did against the Dodgers with that fastball. Get on top and drive it down around the knees.
A 1. We have Geraldo Perdomo here. Already has 3 home runs. Signed a contract extension right around spring training and off to his best start. Came into the game hitting .324 with a .925 OPS. That's now down to .913.
Yeah, but before the game yesterday, I looked. His OPS was the best among major league shortstops. A guy who's got a very good reputation defensively and has played great defense out at shortstop. Has turned himself into a very productive hitter.
Two on, 2 out, and a 1-2 count. Brown delivers. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Big strikeout, Ben Brown, and a scoreless top of the second. 2-1 Cubs lead.
We told you yesterday that Justin Steele underwent left flexor tendon surgery. The reports are that the surgery went really well. We did get more information here today, and that is in addition to the left flexor tendon, they also did a revision repair on that left UCL. So it is not full Tommy John, the full Tommy John reconstruction. It was just a revision repair. And right now, the timeline for him is about a full year of recovery. So we had told you that initially they wanted to go in and fix that left flexor tendon, and the doctor just waited to see once they got in there what needed to be done to the UCL, and it was a revision repair, Alex.
Thoughts are with Justin Steele. His recovery.
Yeah, sounds like good news. I mean, obviously, the initial news not good that Justin Steele is going to miss an entire season, but sounds like the surgery went well. Good to see him with a thumbs up and a smile on his face.
Makes the best out of it with a picture.
Not an easy man to replace.
Not an easy man to hold back either. He is resilient.
Well, that's going to be the challenge too for a guy like Justin, who's going to want to get back in a hurry and have to stay with the program. Catcher on catcher crime there.
A little bit. Miguel Amaya up. Here's the 3-2 pitch. A pop up towards the screen. Off the seat and a great catch.
There's Jim Wolf, the home plate umpire, and he's got a Wolf branded chest protector. That's next level, Wolfman.
All about the brand.
Yeah. And normally, you know, when it's warm, he's got the gun show going. He's wearing his Easter blazer here this afternoon.
An extra layer. Leadoff walk, and here's Ben Brown in between innings having a conversation with Tommy Hotovy.
Sounds like they're talking mechanics here. Nick Frangella, trainer, on hand for that conversation as well. Hopefully there's nothing going on.
Birdie into right, a base hit. John Birdie 1 for 1 today, and it's first and second. Nobody out for the Cubs in the second.
A lot of traffic already here for the Cubs against Zach Gallen. Fights off this pitch, moving in on his hands. He's done a pretty nice job in limited looks so far for the Cubs.
Puts bat on baseball, competitive at bats, and he can swipe a bagger 6. 6 stolen bases already. Ian takes that one for a strike, and Zach Gallen. Leadoff walk in the first, leadoff walk in the second. That did not appear to be a strike either. And that's not a strike. Count 1-1.
So, you know, still very early in the year, so very small sample, but left-handed hitters done a lot of damage against Gallen this year. Hitting .319, on base up over 400.
Line to right. Carroll makes the catch. Amaya tags up from second, gets to third, and Ian Happ moves the runner.
Historically, left-handed hitters have not been a big problem for Zach Gallen. Well, historically, nobody's been a big problem for him. He's been one of the better pitchers in the league since he came in back in 2019. Lifetime 54-39 is Gallen with a .332 ERA.
First and third, one out for Kyle Tucker, already with an RBI triple. Off the wall and right.
you see the splits. Lefty's just wearing him out in the early going. Haven't seen his curveball much here today.
Normally throws it about 20% of the time. You're right, he's been more fastball changeup oriented. 1-1.
Gonna pick away at that outside corner. Tucker so discerning, man. He goes up there with a plan early on, especially. He's looking for a pitch in his zone.
It's off of Gallen's glove. He barehand shuffles to first. What a play by Gallen. Gets Kyle Tucker. But Tucker credited with the RBI. Miguel Amaya scores, and the Cubs are up 3-1.
Well, if it's a bad play and a great play all at the same time, if he leaves it alone, he probably has an inning-ending double play. But what a spectacular play to recover and make this little backhanded flip. That's a long way to flip the ball when you're falling towards your face. And a little backhand flip. I mean, that is just really special stuff from Gallen. But again, if he leaves it alone, it's probably an inning-ending double play.
Not as much a read option. That's more of a shovel pass. A lateral.
Yeah, he's avoiding the sack.
(3-1) Cubs lead. Ben Johnson's here. He thinks, as long as that's behind the line of scrimmage, we're good. (1-1).
Take another look and see if Gallen is able to leave this ball alone. Oh yeah, it's going to be a double play for him.
Too low.
The counter argument, of course, is if he catches it cleanly, it's going to be a double play too.
I was thinking. And as a pitcher, I mean, what your initial reaction is to try to make that.
Yeah, and you know, some guys are really good at leaving it alone. Some guys understand what's going on behind them.
Seiya into left center field. McCarthy looks bye-bye. Seiya Suzuki. For the second consecutive day, Seiya says, see ya. Two-run shot, 6th of the year. Cubs out of their lead here in the second.
Oh, just explosive hands. Really lets that bat head fly through the zone. No double play. Inning stays alive. Seiya makes him pay.
He let that one fly. Man, this middle of the lineup. Kyle Tucker, 6 homers. Seiya Suzuki, 6 homers. Michael Busch, 4 homers. Dansby Swanson, 4 homers. It's not even May. I mean, it's technically the middle of April.
And Torey Lovullo is going to have to make a decision at some point how long to leave Gallen out there as his pitch count continues to climb and Cubs continue to knock him around. Essentially made a line change earlier today. 2 relievers sent out, and A.J. Puck, their closer, put on the IL. They do have some fresh arms up from the minor leagues. When you have one of your co-aces out there, the hope is even when he's not on his A game, he finds a way to hang in there and get you through 5 innings or so.
Well, what they imagine for your 2 aces in Corbin Burnes and Zach Gallen coming into the season. Corbin Burnes started yesterday. They lost that game 13-11. And Bush in the air to left. McCarthy at the wall. It's gone! Back to back. Seiya Suzuki 2-run shot. Michael Bush a solo blast. 5th of the year. It is all Cubs early on.
It is no fun facing this Cub lineup these days. They are just punishing the baseball. This is a fastball out away from him off the plate. Home run replay brought to you by Toyota, official vehicle of the Chicago Cubs. Gallen has no answers right now. And that guy's got an Easter egg.
A present to bring home to the parents. This offense is relentless. Wow. What a start for Michael Bush this year. OPS creeping towards 1,000. Bush turning into one of the best first basemen in baseball.
Kind of expected a high-scoring affair yesterday. That was not the anticipation here today. I mean, given the conditions, we do have the 2 top-scoring teams in baseball going at it here this afternoon.
So far today, RBI triple Kyle Tucker, RBI single Michael Bush, 2-run home run Seiya Suzuki, and a solo home run for Michael Bush. And we are in the bottom of the 2nd. Dansby swings through that one.
Coop, tell me that again. Last 4 times they've come to bat. 17 runs, 18 hits, 6 home runs. Yikes.
I crumble. Swing and a miss, strike 3. It's time for the Miller Lite moment. Homers, more of them. Seiya Suzuki, 2-run shot. 2nd homer in as many games. Michael Bush, a solo blast. Cubs lead as we go to the 3rd.
Tigers, the Cubs lead 6-1 as we go to the top of the third. And I'm here with Ashvin Ladd, a season ticket holder since 2002. He's going to help me try out some of the food items that are featured here at Wrigley Field in the next coming weeks. You have some pork pastor nachos. I have the puffy tacos. These look interesting, but I think we have to start with that. So I'm going to let you dive in there. We got all sorts of cheeses. The pineapple's what's interesting to me. I'm not like a pineapple on my pizza lady. Are you?
Definitely. All you need on pizza.
Okay, but what about on the nachos here?
Or pineapple, the way to do it. Crisp chips. It's like having a taco al pastor, but flat. Fantastic.
And all sorts of cheeses on there. I mean, that looks pretty good. He's giving it a thumbs up. I think I love that. Okay, and then here are the puffy tacos, and it's basically just a puffy, puffy quesadilla, or not quesadilla.
I want to know what makes the taco puffy.
It's the tortilla. So the tortilla is puffy.
Puffy
You
one.
can kind of see it. Light.
It doesn't break up on you. It's really good.
That's important. Not breaking up on you.
In the ballpark. It's nice.
Yeah, I think I'm Team Puffy Taco over El Pastor Nachos at this point.
I love that. What would you?
I think the puffy taco should be a mascot somewhere.
10 out of 10 for both. I mean, listen, it is not a tough crowd out here.
Uh-oh. Okay, kind of rein it in.
Look at this. You know, Ashvin, thank you for trying this food with us. These two items will be featured out here till the 27th. So if you're interested, come on out to Wrigley Field and get your own. Alex, JD,
Just double up.
sorry, I'm going to crush this one and not
Get
gonna
after it,
give
Taylor.
to you.
Don't be shy.
Somebody get him a napkin. Another one bites the dust.
Something funky going on with Josh Naylor here. He's settled in to take his at bat. He's got a cramp going.
Holding on to his calf.
Calf knotted up on him. Wearing those pants Hunter Pence style. Yeah, right there, just as he's trying to get set, something grabbed. And we saw Ben Brown in the dugout having that conversation with Tommy Hotovy, and the hope was he'd be able to make an adjustment here to get on track. Leadoff walk after the big inning, suboptimal. The trainer come busting out of the dugout with a banana. Here, eat this.
And you can correct me if I'm wrong. What is it? Potassium that cures cramps? Like you want?
That's the banana theory, I guess. Yeah. Jason Hamill used to eat potato chips in between innings to get salt when he was cramping up back in the day.
I mean, that's a good idea. I mean, I could just tell my wife, hey, I'm cramping. Let me have potato chips as much as
I don't need an excuse. I just go
I can't cramp. Need some chips. I'm sorry.
The healthy kind.
That was our welcome into the Budweiser broadcast booth. This Bud's for you.
Look out, lady. Everybody in the Cubs bullpen worked yesterday except for Daniel Palencia.
Worked back-to-back games in San Diego. 0-2 is hammered to right, but Kyle Tucker makes the catch.
Walk to Smith, second time he's walked today, and the third one issued by Ben, and it's frustrating to watch as a fan. You just throw strikes. Well, yeah, I mean that's the idea. That's what he's trying to do.
That sounds like a good idea.
It's like if you're playing golf, it would just hit every green. Yeah.
Just hit every drive right down the middle.
Yeah, why not? What are you thinking about?
That's exactly what my golf game was like. Yours too, right, JD?
What's that?
Your golf game's right like that.
Just
right down the middle.
Sure.
Greens in regulation. 2-putt. Even par.
That is the fantasy.
It is definitely not reality. Not for my golf game, at least.
That's the one. That's the moneymaker.
95 and got it.
Well, you execute that pitch, then you can go to work. He's got to cover that. You can go hard in on the hands. You can throw that breaking ball.
Suarez struck out swinging. His first at bat. 2-2. A rollover foul.
6 home runs on the season for Suarez, 5 coming against the Cubs. He had 4 in that opening series out in Phoenix. Just hitting a .151, but a .438 slugging percentage.
2-2.
Always is the case with Eugenio. A lot of strikeouts, striking out about 1/3 of his plate appearances.
Payoff. Of a full count to Ben Brown. 6th time that he's done that today. It'll bring you the count to 3-2. Another payoff pitch. A battle.
Back-to-back challenge fastballs. I might spin one here if I were Ben.
3-2. We have pitch number 10 coming up. Ben Brown already at 70 pitches. Here's number 71. Got him. Oh, baby.
Suarez convinced he was going to get a breaking ball there. Just watches this one float on by right through the heart of the zone. Are you kidding me?
'97 right by him. Thomas takes it for a strike. Oh, 1 pitch.
Ouch. That didn't feel good. I'll slow down his running game. A toe burger.
'93 on the foot.
Yeah. Spiked a changeup.
All right, on Saturday, April 26th, the Cubs take on the Phillies at 3:05 p.m. The first 10,000 early arriving fans will receive a Park the Cubs scoreboard bobblehead presented by Jewel Osco. Be here for it. Visit Cubs.com/tickets. So Ben Brown throws a rare changeup. Drives that into the foot of Alek Thomas. That's a hard changeup at 93. Two on, two out. Here's Gabriel Moreno. There's some really uncomfortable swings and misses from D-backs hitters against Ben Brown. Sort of.
Yeah, he's just late. He was late getting started. Not that time. He was on time. Just a little bit underneath it.
So 96-mile-per-hour fastball, 96-mile-per-hour fastball. 2 pitches to Gabriel Moreno. 2 on and 2 out in the third. 6-1 Cubs lead. Yo-2.
Got away with one there. No balls, 2 strikes. You don't want to leave that spinner in the zone.
Just bury it.
Just throw a chase, right? Throw it, you know, start it on the plate, have it break down and away off the plate.
0-2. Caught on a miss, strike 3. There it is. Scoreless inning. Ben Brown will go to the bottom of the third. 6-1 Cubs lead. On the mound. Cubs season ticket holder Matt Finn will win the $2,000 Tasty Trade jackpot. Look at that. Matt won. Congrats to Matt for winning today's edition of Mound Ball presented by Tasty Trade. Stocks, options, futures, crypto. Jim Wolf, you were in on it.
He knows.
Conspiracy.
Clap for the Wolf man. Yeah, he and Matt Finn, I don't know. We might have to have an investigation.
Check some Venmo accounts. Zach Gallen on for his 3rd inning of work. 65 pitches. That was low. Called a strike to Nico Horner.
That's a strike, called the ball. So we're all square.
It's the law of averages. Hit to third. Suarez to first. 1 away. JD, you know what that is? It's the first time a leadoff hitter's been retired today.
On either side.
Either side. First pitch to Pete Crow Armstrong. Skied center field. Thomas, 2 away.
Cub fans, go to MarqueeSportsNetwork.com for the latest Cubs news and in-depth feature stories presented by Jeff Vukovich, your local Nationwide insurance agent. Visit JeffVuk.com. Nationwide is on your side.
Just like we expected here at the bottom of the third. 2 outs on 4 pitches. Amaya takes a strike. A 1. Another pop-up. Perdomo and Suarez. Perdomo makes the catch. It's a 6-pitch bottom of the third. Let's go to the fourth at 6-1 Cubs. Nissan makes cars that thrill. Experience the thrill yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com. Great picks. Another crowded afternoon at Wrigley Field. Yesterday, typical Friday 120. Today, Saturday afternoon baseball. Alex Cohen, Jim Deshaies, Taylor McGregor. JD, some fireworks early. Cubs scored 6 runs in the first 2 innings. Got back-to-back homers and picked up right where they left off from yesterday's game.
It has been an impressive lineup to watch in the first 3 weeks of the season. Let's see if Ben Brown can take advantage of all this run support.
79th pitch is a strike.
Yeah, I'm sure Craig Counsell would love to get him through 5 innings here today, but pitch count is going to be a bit of an issue.
1-1. Tacks the outer half for a strike.
Ben working with extra rest. On a full week since his last start Saturday in LA.
Hit the left center. Pete and Happ right next to each other, and Ian makes the catch.
Continue to have problems out there. One of those tweener balls with slice spin, working it back towards Ian and left. PCA, you know, his DNA, his mindset is go get everything I can, and that's generally what you want your center fielder to do. But loud, crowded ballpark. Both guys are calling, and both guys keeping their eye on the baseball. Fortunately, no harm done.
Pete got an extra step or two to slow up at the end. Brace for contact. No harm, no foul. A 1 count to Tim Tawa. That's a good pitch.
Yeah, and he can certainly beat you with his high fastball. That's a big part of his game. But that high fastball becomes more effective when you can go downstairs. Talk about climbing the ladder. To strike one down with that fastball, and then you work your way up to get chase.
So now you have fastball shoulder level, nose level, chin level. Something to expand the zone. Eye level pitch, 1-2. I want an Uncle Charlie here. Give me a bender. Nope, the fastball that's grounded to short, 2 away.
And one of the reasons why Ben got extra rest is they're just going to be mindful with his workload this year. Through 55 innings at the big league level last season, a neck injury cost him a whole bunch of time. And typically, clubs don't like to take a big leap forward in terms of that workload from one year to the next.
Oh, 1. Swing and a miss.
So as the season progresses, maybe give him a couple extra days rest when you can. Skip a start on occasion.
Is it innings or is it total amount of high leverage pitches? Combination of the two?
I think it's it starts with innings.
And Corbin Carroll's 3 for 3.
Carroll has not been doing a lot of running yet this year. Just 4 steals. He's 4 for 4.
Two-out single, Corbin Carroll. Here's Geraldo Perdomo. Takes a strike. Diamondbacks a run on 3 hits. Corbin Carroll is all 3 of them.
Yeah, he's got a chance to be the player of the day, the man of the match for the Diamondbacks. Carroll stole 35 bases last year, 54 in 2023, his Rookie of the Year campaign. He also hit 25 home runs that year and led the league with 10 triples.
That's how you burst onto the scene.
Yeah, it's a pretty impressive resume he's building.
Two one. Ben Brown at 93 pitches.
Yeah, this in all likelihood will be his final inning.
Pavin Smith on deck. There's Tommy Hotovy. 3-1. Pulled foul. Now Brown in the second, the third, and the fourth has gotten out of these situations. Diamondbacks 0 for 9 with runners on base. Stranded 2 in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the third. Has 1 on here in the fourth. Payoff pitch. Pop up towards third. Birdie, foul ground, runs out of room.
Caleb Thielbar has begun warming in the Cub bullpen. Hey, T-Mac, play down there.
Let's go.
Watch out, everybody. She's a free agent.
Give that girl a puffy taco. T-Mac, you got a couple innings in you? Might need you in relief here this afternoon.
Oh, she gives away. That's great. Pro move.
You know, a woman of the people.
You are. Love that. Another payoff. Rolling away, ball 4.
Fourth walk plus a hit batter here today. And I suspect Caleb will start throwing a little more urgency out there. Won't be ready for Smith. The Nailers on deck should the inning continue.
Lefty up in the bullpen. Back-to-back lefties up here for the D-backs. Brown delivers. Swing and a miss. A 1. Another strike. Time to empty the tank, Ben Brown. Pitch number 99 coming up. 0-2 count, 2 away. 2 on. 6-1 Cubs lead. Brown delivers in the dirt. Nice stop by a mile.
Just threw a curveball 90 miles per hour. He wanted to make sure he didn't hang this one. Just spiked it way out in front of home plate.
Well, 54-footer.
Almost didn't make it to the dirt.
Pitch number 1-0-0 for Ben Brown. Check swing, went around, strike 3. Ben Brown gets out of damage. Once again, scoreless frame in the 4th, and he ends it with a Pavin Smith strikeout. Cubs lead 6-1. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Zach Allen in for his 4th inning of work. See John Birdie. That's taken for a strike. Let's send it down to Taylor McGregor. T-Mac, what do you got?
Well, we know John Birdie, incredibly athletic, fast, known for his positional versatility. He told me a lot of that comes from his background as a dual sport athlete. Growing up in Troy, Michigan, he played hockey until his senior year when he decided to just focus on baseball. But he was a goaltender. Check this out. John Birdie at age 17 playing on his travel hockey team. The Troy Sting was the name of that squad. He said he thinks his reaction time, quickness, agility, a lot of that comes from playing hockey because those are necessities in that sport, and it's carried over to baseball.
Yeah, he said he became a goalie because his older brothers needed somebody to practice on, so they just fire away at him. If he wanted to play with the big brothers, yeah, okay, man, you got to be the goalie. And,
yeah, that is like what Pat Hughes said yesterday. Game on.
And, you know, most goalies are tall. John's with 5'10", but quick.
A little puck on the pond.
It's funny, I knew he was a hockey guy, and we were talking to him earlier this year, and I just said, well, so were you a centerman, a winger? And he goes, no, goalie. Oh, huh. Didn't see that coming.
3-2 fly ball to right. Corbin Carroll makes the catch, one away.
You know what John should do?
What?
He should sign up to be, you know, like in hockey, they have that emergency goalie that they bring out of the stands.
Which they use, and they use.
Hawks did it a couple of years ago.
I think Calgary did it as well, yeah.
He should volunteer to be the emergency goalie for the Blackhawks next winter.
So we talked to him about hockey. It was when Alexander Ovechkin had the record goal. I said, could you stop that? He laughed. He said, no chance. No way. I mean, no hesitation or foolish confidence. Pretty practical about it. Ian Happel won to be a run, walk, and a lineout. Pops at the shallow left. McCarthy, 2 outs.
Zach Gallen starting to settle in a little bit here. He's retired 6 in a row. In the case of too late for Zach, a chance to at least save the bullpen a little bit. With that 64 pitches through the first 2 innings, and just 15 to record 5 outs since then.
He sees Kyle Tucker, who got the scoring started. Look out.
Had a notion, but able to check.
What up? Another pop-up. Suarez makes the catch. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for Zach Gallen here in the 4th. Go to the 5th inning from Wrigley. It is 6-1 Cubs.
On Sunday, April 27th, it's youth baseball and softball night presented by Hai Chu. Fans who purchase tickets at Cubs.com/specials will receive a Cubs sliding glove. Be here for it. Steal a base, take the brownies out of the oven.
Right there. New pitcher for the Cubs, Caleb Thielbar.
Veteran on for the 10th time. He worked yesterday, just a third of an inning through only 8 pitches. Had a couple days off prior to that. Should be pretty good to go here today.
So no cramp for Josh Naylor this at bat. At least as he steps into the box.
Toolbar's got that old-fashioned curveball over the top.
Would you call that 12-6? That more 11-5?
Yeah, it's close enough. I don't know if anybody throws a true 12-6 curveball. It's like 11:30.
11:30, 5:30?
Yeah, 11:30, 5:30.
Yeah, split the difference. Oh, 2.
There's the slider. So that one at 83. Curveball, you'll usually see mid-70s.
In the air to right. Tucker. 1 out. Look at the Cubs bullpen. Gotten some really nice contributions from Brad Keller, Julian Merriweather, for the most part Porter Hodge, Ryan Presley over his last couple outings. But to have a lefty arm in the bullpen like Thielbar, it's a big one. He gets 2 up, 2 down to start things off here in the 5th. But if Caleb can get into a groove, JD, that really helps fortify this bullpen.
Yeah, with Jordan Wicks up now, and prior to Jordan, they had Luke Little here briefly. He gives Craig Counsell a second left-handed option out there.
That's taken up and in. Rusher back.
Oh, that's a good pitch. Changing the eye level, goes under the chin and then ran at the notch of the knees, but didn't get the call.
2-0. Popped up, middle of the infield. Nico, 3 outs. Fan of the Game is brought to you by Mike Sarr for the love of lemonade. Look at that flow. Flip it back and forth for those who can't. Cubs lead 6-1. Bottom of the fifth. They lead 6-1. Seiya Suzuki, Michael Busch, and Dansby Swanson against Zach Gallen. First pitch is a strike. Seiya check swing there, doesn't go around. 6 homers this year for Seiya. 2-run shot earlier today. A big homer yesterday. Great celebration on the homer yesterday as well. Credit to Seiya. Some exuberance by second base. Seiya in the air to left. Long run. McCarthy makes the catch. Jake McCarthy there took about 10 steps back and 20 steps forward.
Wind has picked up. Start of the ball game, there wasn't a whole lot going on with the flags, but if you believe what the flags are telling you, it's starting to blow out a little bit towards left. But sometimes those flags can be a little tough to read. It is a very fleet-footed outfield that the Diamondbacks feature.
Ground ball to first. Naylor underhands the first, and now 2 away. Taylor McGregor. What do you got?
Quickly add about the wind. I know, JD, sometimes the flags are not always great indicators, but when I was out in left field closer to field level, the wind was ripping through there. So that would be more in the direct side of where balls would be blowing out. And I can confirm the wind was aggressive out there.
Howling. Didn't impact Taylor McGregor from getting a foul ball. Dansby into left center field, and it splits the gap. It's a base hit. It hits the wall. Multi-hit game for Dansby Swanson. It's a 2-out double here in the 5th.
Yeah, boy, both balls really well struck. Solid single first time, and now the 2-base hit on this high fastball. Man, that's way up above the belt. This double is brought to you by Elgin Hyundai, home of the 20-year and 200,000-mile warranty on every new car. And maybe Dansby's starting to heat up.
We had that single off the pitcher yesterday late, and now 2 hits today. Single in the first, double in the 5th. Kind of tomahawked that into left center. Cubs with 6 runs, all early. 2 in the first, 4 in the second. In the 5th with a 5-run cushion. Swing at a tip foul. JD, as we saw yesterday, a 5-run cushion at any juncture of the game is not safe between these two teams.
No, I mean, again, especially if that wind is starting to blow out, like Taylor mentioned. With all the firepower in these lineups.
Oh, 2 by Gallen. Pop up right side. Tawa on the outfield grass makes the catch. It ends the inning. 2-out double stranded. 6-1 Cubs lead. Will go to the 6th.
for us? What do you have for us?
I'm doubling down on PCA getting a hit from pregame.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, I like that.
Okay.
Cliff, how about you?
Well, yesterday I was big L, so over 10.5 total runs. I'm going over.
Okay.
I'm going over. So you know what that means, people.
I'm gonna throw in a Miguel Amaya home run just for fun to make things that much more interesting. And speaking of interesting, you can watch with us. That's right, the Watch With. We'll see you in just a little bit on the Marquee Sports Network app. Until then, take it away, guys.
Thanks, guys. Hashtag Fade Cliff. Cliff bet under yesterday. Over hit. Bet over today. Take the under.
I mean, yesterday, Cliff took the under, and it was 2-1 in the 6th inning.
He was feeling great. I was sitting right next to him.
The number was like 8.5 runs. It's like, of course you're going to win that one. And then things went off the rails.
One count to Moreno. Well to right, but not well enough. Kyle Tucker, 1 out. All right, JD, question for you. Now, 24 hours later, on a scale from 1 to heart palpitations, how does yesterday's game stack up to other games you've seen like that before?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot of crazy games. I've been doing this for a long, long time. But, you know, I don't know that I've ever seen a team score 10 runs in an inning and lose.
Pulled foul. You know why that is? Because not many teams have done it. Cubs, 7th team in history to give up 10 runs in an inning and win a game. The last time it was done was 2006. Cleveland won 15-13 after giving up a 10 spot in the first. Crow Armstrong makes the catch. And 2 quick outs here in the 6th.
Caleb's got him popping up. Nobody was popping up yesterday. Check out these numbers. 7th and 8th inning alone yesterday. 6 home runs, 2 grand slams, single, double, triple home run, all in play. And then 4 types of home runs. Solo shot, 2-run shot, 3-run shot, couple salamis. I mean, just insane. First game in MLB history with all of those things happening in a single game, and it happened yesterday over the course of 2 innings.
Over a half hour. Teams had won 101 consecutive games when scoring 10+ runs in an inning until yesterday. All good things must come to an end. And it ended up being good for the Chicago Cubs. 1-1. Another pop-up. This one lands in the seats.
Yeah, it's not a high velocity fastball we're seeing from Caleb, 91 miles per hour, but it's got to be some deception. The spin rate has to be in play here. You're seeing a lot of guys underneath that pitch.
Well, 2. Tim Tama 0 for 2 today. Caleb Thielbar, 2-2 delivery. Jam shot foul. Two delivery. Caught on and missed, strike 3. Thielbar 1-2-3 frame. Cubs lead 6-1. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. And time to show you the Speedy Pete Crow Armstrong bobblehead presented by American Airlines. It commemorates his inside the park home run against the Marlins on August 23rd, 2024, when he wore the number 52. And Pete swings at the first pitch, pops it up. It's out of play. Here it is. JD, thoughts?
It's a good one.
It is.
Yeah.
And you could take off the helmet. Does it fit? Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't quite.
Looks good on you though.
No. It's not snug on the ears. But I do like it. Turn around, wear it backwards. A little Ken Griffey Jr. style. Forwards. Good form running. Kind of like Pete Alonso legging out a triple yesterday. Not quite.
So you mentioned the helmet, and
I did.
There's a reason the helmet comes off, because last year, if you'll remember, basically any time he was running around the bases, his helmet would fall off. So I did some investigative journalism, and I asked Pete, did your helmet change? What's going on? He said, you're going to have to ask Danny Mueller, the clubhouse manager. And we have come to the conclusion that the helmet did not change, but the hair did. So he had so much hair under there last year, his helmet wouldn't fit properly.
CA out to left, and it's just shy of the basket.
And now with shorter hair, his helmet fits, and that's why we have not seen it pop off like we did at times last year. But Pete was super fired up to have his own bobblehead, first time in the major leagues, and really the only thing that maybe we would change is the color of the cleats, because he's never had all white cleats. But great job all around. I love the way that they were able to commemorate that inside the park homer, a moment I'll never forget. That was electric.
Electric. Thank you for the investigative journalism, Taylor McGregor. Love a little investigative journalism. Teach him well at Arkansas. Swing and a miss.
When you look at Zach Gallen's batted ball profile this year versus last, his ground ball rate is way down, and that certainly has been the case here today. A lot of balls in the air, 9 flyouts, and a lot of pop-ups too here lately. Of course, when you live in the air, sometimes the home run ball can be a problem. And he's given up a pair of them here this afternoon.
And on that last swing, PCA was close.
PCA's got better pop the other way than I think a lot of people realize. Or just more power, period, than a lot of people realize.
Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Well, credit Zach Gallen for hanging in there and competing, and stringing some zeros together here for his ball club.
Pitch number 100 coming up for Zach Gallen. It's a strike. You talked about the line change for the bullpen, where 1 arm placed on the injured list, 2 option to AAA, and you bring up 3 new arms. Gallen probably felt a need to save the bullpen a little bit, and after the first 2 innings didn't think he was, and now he's pitching into the 6th.
Yeah, and clearly as a starting pitcher, you don't feel good when you go out there and you have a game where you give up 6 runs. But he will take something away from the fact that he hung in there and competed the way he did.
Two on John Birdie. On the ground to third. Suarez charges, throws on the run. Nice play. Gets Birdie. It's a 1-2-3 inning. Zach Gallen through 6. Cubs lead 6-1. We'll go to the 7th.
Bears' new head coach Ben Johnson threw out the first pitch. A lifelong Cubs fan. He grew up in the Carolinas, but Chicago's always been home in a way. I think we have to document that pitch. I mean, that had some serious movement. I think we're going with a 69-mile-an-hour splinker. Thoughts, JD?
Yeah, good action on that pitch, Taylor. Yeah. I mean, he might be available for an inning out of the pen today.
It's a splinker or a kick change. Yeah, we're talking about 20-25 pitches now. How about Brad Keller? He caught the first pitch, and now he's pitching here. But Taylor, what do you got?
And just a little bit more, the draft coming up beginning next Thursday. Marquee will have you covered for that. So keep it locked on Marquee, and we'll have all things Bears when it comes to the draft that will unfold next week.
Oh, my goodness, there's Caleb Williams.
I think they should take a punter with the first pick. Just fool everybody.
Swing and a miss, strike three. Well, we are rating, we're following that Ben Johnson first pitch. Pitching ninja, Rob Freeman breaking it down for us. A little side by side.
The Shota splitter versus Ben's splinker. Good tunneling. Well, Caleb Thielbar, 6 up, 6 down. Now Keller, who's been very good and doing his thing.
Pitch yesterday. San Diego hit 99.5 miles per hour.
12 pitches in the ball game yesterday. Getting a lot of swings and misses at that slider.
That's it well to right. Tucker makes the catch.
Can of corn.
Easy peasy. 2 up, 2 down.
It's 9 consecutive Diamondbacks that have been retired here. It's a good pitch.
Ground ball. Oh, Brad Keller. PFPs. 1-2-3 inning. All right, it's a 1-2-3 frame, and it's time for the 7th inning stretch, and it's brought to you by Budweiser. This Bud's for you.
For today's stretch, please direct your attention to the left field video board as Harry Carey leads us with "Take Me Out to the Ball Game."
Let me hear you. Good and loud. A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I ever get back. Oh, it's root for the Cubbies. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Boy, you never sang better in your life.
by Wintrust. Kyle Tucker, RBI triple in the first, also an RBI groundout. Seiya Suzuki, Michael Busch, back-to-back jacks in the second. Seiya, 2-run shot, Busch solo blast. And Ben Brown, 4 innings, 3 hits, a run, struck out 6, and walked 4. New pitcher here for the Diamondbacks, big league debut, Juan Murillo. And his first big league pitch is 99 miles per hour. Welcome to the show, kid.
Something fell off of his shoes or hat or somewhere. There's got some paraphernalia down there on the mound.
Shades.
I'm not sure what it is. He's been pitching professionally since 2016. Getting his first crack at the big leagues. He had not pitched above Double-A prior to this year.
Knapp takes it high. Started off his professional career with the Dodgers. First year with the Diamondbacks. This year in AAA Reno, 6 appearances, 6 in the 3rd innings, 5 hits, 1 run, 8 Ks, 2 walks. And that is not an easy league, not an easy park to pitch in. Small sample size, but still. You pitch in the PCL.
A little bit, yeah. A couple months.
That is not a pitcher's league, not a league for ERAs.
Yeah, I pitched for the Las Vegas Stars, Padres affiliate, back in '92 for a little bit.
At the old Cashman Field.
That's correct.
Where they have an outdoor press box, outdoor radio booth for the hottest destination in the league. Three-two. Do it again. Knapp 0 for 2 today. Walk and a run scored in the first.
You might wonder why it took this kid so long to get to the big leagues with that arm, but the control has been a big issue for him. A lot of walks throughout his minor league career.
Payout pitch. And he walked him. Right on cue. Leadoff walk in the 7th, and here's Kyle Tucker. Quite a weekend so far for Kyle Tucker here at Wrigley Field. See ya. Just peppering right field. Added another triple today. RBI ground out in the 2nd as well. One up. It's a strike. JD, so far, if you could name one thing that has impressed you most about Kyle Tucker, what would it be?
I would just think that the discipline he shows at the plate, the swing decisions, the ability to just punish mistakes. And that's a rarity there. A nasty sinker or splitter or whatever it was.
Sam. No, I can't talk right now, guys. Kyle Tucker is due up this inning.
Yeah, it's must-see TV.
1-2. I mean, everything's hard for Murillo. Fastball 98 to 99. That off-speed pitch at 91. Two.
That's not exactly a soft landing for him either in his big league debut. Hap, Tucker, Suzuki.
And the best offense in baseball. At least best run scoring offense in baseball. 3-2. Swing and a miss. Strike three. 99. Kyle Tucker strikes out swinging.
Throw that ball away. His first big league strikeout. He'll be able to tell his buddies that he has Kyle Tucker in his book.
One away in the seventh. Seiya Suzuki up. JD, I said the Cubs were the best offense in baseball, averaging 6.23 runs per game coming into today. Right on that average, first in baseball. Hitting .283 with runners in scoring position. Second in baseball. OPS coming into today over 800. 804, third in baseball. See the most runs per game coming into today. Cubs at a half a run more than the next best team, which is the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, and obviously, I guess I shouldn't say obviously, but it's highly unlikely that they're able to maintain this pace for the full baseball season. But this is a club that should score plenty of runs.
Seiya in the air to left. McCarthy makes the catch. I think it's a combination that Cubs are really good. They can swing it. And if Mother Nature can provide some conditions like she did yesterday, be a lot of runs scored. Maybe they do hold at 6.23 per game, although
yeah, that would be
tough. Yeah. That'd be difficult. Never say never. Bush fouls it back at the screen. Michael Bush, RBI single in the first, solo home run in the second. A 10-12 OPS this year. Rio throws 98 by him. No fear so far in his first big league inning.
A lot of adrenaline, a lot of nerves making your big league debut, and it's nice just to be able to rely on that high octane heater. Not really trying to paint corners with it.
There it is.
Reaching back and letting it fly.
1-0-0 scoreless inning for Juan Murillo. Big league debut. We'll go to the 8th. 6-1 Cubs. official vehicle of the Chicago Cubs. By Prevagen. Prevagen is the #1 pharmacist recommended memory support brand. And by Wintrust, Chicago's bank. Into the 8th here at Wrigley Field. Alex Cohen, Jim Deshaies, Taylor McGregor here on the call. Daniel Palencia on the mound, making his 3rd appearance of the season in the big leagues.
As we mentioned, Daniel, the only Cub reliever who did not work in the ball game yesterday, so Cubs will counter with their 100-mile-an-hour fastball guy. Here's some cheese for you. Hundy at the knees.
What do you call that? Knees cheese?
Knees cheese. Naylor's had some pitches to hit today. Hit the ball hard a couple of times, but nothing to show for it so far.
$100 up and in. Now Palencia through Saturday and Sunday in San Diego went an inning and 2/3 in that second game. Topped out at 101.6. It's been a whirlwind of a week for Daniel Palencia. Talked to him a little bit before the game. And remember, he's coming from Toledo, Ohio, a bus ride back to Iowa, 6 hours later on a flight to San Diego. And now he strikes out Josh Naylor. 101, nasty, one away.
Continuing the good work from the Cubs bullpen here today. Thielbar, Keller, and now Palencia shutting down this Diamondback lineup. They've not had a base runner since the Perdomo walk back in the 4th.
I mean, he front doored that one perfectly. Suarez against Palencia. Power on power. Line to left. Hap, 2 away.
Fans in Illinois can purchase Cubs Charities 50/50 raffle tickets starting at 10 a.m. through the end of the game at Cubs.com/raffle, or from a raffle ambassador here at Wrigley Field through the 8th inning. You'll see them attired in bright yellow. Can't miss them.
Last chance. Release here today. 2 up, 2 down for Daniel Palencia.
Ooh, man, that is lively.
It's also a strike.
Yeah, that too.
And it seems like this stint up in the big leagues for Daniel, he's being a lot more aggressive. He says, you know, I throw 99 to 101, topping out at 102. We're not nibbling. I throw it until you can touch it. Took a little off that one at 98.
Yeah, well, if you rely on velocity and movement, you don't have to be quite as sharp with command. Just trust your stuff to play.
2-1. Lovely. Daniel Palencia looking for a 1-2-3 inning. 2-2 delivery. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Pump me up, Daniel Palencia. 1-2-3 frame, 6-3 Cubs lead. the largest selection of authentic jerseys, caps, hoodies, t-shirts, and more. Visit MLBshop.com, the official source for your Cubs gear. A lot of Cubs gear on display here at Wrigley Field. New pitcher for the Diamondbacks. It's J.P. Feyereisen.
JP, folks may remember him with the Brewers. Saw him a decent amount with Milwaukee 2020, 2021. He's also been a Ray. Last year, a little bit of time with the Dodgers. Good number so far down at AAA this year for the righty.
From River Falls, Wisconsin. Went to University of Wisconsin Stevens Point. Dansby pops it a foul. All right, JD, University of Wisconsin Stevens Point. Do you think that J.P. Feyereisen would be the first big leaguer ever to come out of that alma mater in school baseball program?
I'm gonna guess no.
He's the third. Baseball hotbed. Remember Jordan Zimmerman?
Sure.
He was the first.
Yeah, he had a nice run, Jordan Zimmerman did.
Zimmerman's second-round draft pick, 2007. 95 career wins. Dansby Swanson swinging it today. 2 for 3, single and a double. Dansby came into the game hitting 170. That's some of the worst luck in all of baseball from an offensive perspective. In terms of expected batting average versus actual batting average. Still playing stellar defense. Two. It's a called third strike. A little flashback to the 8th inning yesterday. 8th inning right now today. 16 runs in an inning. Most in any of the 80,716 innings played at Wrigley Field history. 1914 till now.
A whole lot of history.
Just a couple innings. That is up to date. That is including today. One to Nico. Pop up behind home plate. That is dropped in the seats. Oh no! You had your chance, you blew it.
You're right there. Get an ice pack.
Wear it. I'm good. Arm hurts and the confidence is bruised. Other than that, things are great. Six-1 Cubs lead. Got all 6 runs in the first 2 innings. If you're just joining us. 1 out, bottom 8. Nico Horner up. He stays alive. Nico out to right. Carroll, 2 outs. So good. Cubs leading 6-1. We'll take a look at the upcoming schedule One more game against the D-backs tomorrow, 1:20. Off day Monday, the final 2 games of the regular season for the Cubs and the Dodgers. That season series ends on the 23rd, 6 p.m. first pitch. Then an off day on Thursday and a weekend with the Phillies. 1:20 on Friday, 3:05 on Fox on Saturday, 6:10 p.m. first pitch on ESPN on Sunday.
Let's see if PCA can get a knock here on his bobblehead day.
Do it for the bobblehead. And we talked about this after his last at bat. I like that swing on the line out to left. Right in front of the basket. Up against the wall. Hit it hard. One-two. Line to left. And there's the hit on the bobblehead day. Pete heading for second. He's fun. 2-out base runner here for the Cubs.
A little mishandle in left field, but I think PCA had designs on second base the whole way. I'd love to see it with 2 outs. That's the time to push it to try to get into scoring position. He shoots this ball the other way, as he did this time. This time it's on a line. McCarthy have a little bit of an issue with it, but as you watch that replay, you see that PCA was thinking 2 all the way.
Even with the bobble, ruled as a double. 8th 2-bagger of the year for Pete Crow Armstrong.
Should have knocked his helmet off.
Come on, do it for the brand.
It's 7 consecutive games now with an extra base hit. The longest in MLB this year. Couple finals in already today. Phillies beat the Marlins 11-10. The Marlins scored 6 runs in the top of the 9th, and Philly able to hang on for that win. And Tigers beat the Royals 3-1. Tigers 13-8 now. And we'll see the Phillies.
They're 13-8 as well.
Later on in this homestand.
Yeah, that game, Phillies and Marlins, featured 21 combined runs and 33 combined hits. Sounds like yesterday. And only 1 home run. Miguel Amaya looking for his first hit today. Pete Crow Armstrong on second. One-two. High in the air to left center, should be playable. McCarthy and Thomas. Thomas makes the catch. It ends the inning. Cubs go down scoreless. We'll go to the 9th. Cubs lead 6-1. Inning, Daniel Palencia in for his second inning of work. 101 from Palencia. My reaction exactly.
Trying to finish off what has been a dominant performance by the Cubs bullpen here today. Ben Brown went 4 innings today, struggled with his command, 100 pitches in 4 innings, and that's just the 41st pitch that the bullpen has made in 4 innings plus.
Ground ball to second. Nico to first, 1 away. All right, time for our toast of the game. It's brought to you by Binny's Beverage Depot. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking. JD.
Yeah, not an individual today, but the bullpen, really solid stuff. Thielbar, Keller, and now Palencia shutting down this Diamondback lineup. Not been a base runner to reach against the Cubs pen here today. You know, folks, if you can't find it at Benny's,
probably not
worth drinking.
Nope. You're right, JD. You are absolutely right. Daniel Palencia against Jake McCarthy.
Tomorrow it'll be Jamison Tyone's turn. Merrill Kelly will go for the Diamondbacks.
There's J-Mo. One-two hit to short. Dansby to first. 2 outs.
Been a lot of action for the infielders here today. A lot of balls in the air.
And a lot of fans on their feet right now. Cubs were down 1-0. Leadoff home run Corbin Carroll in the first. Nothing since. And then the Cubs 2 in the first, 4 in the second.
Well, if Corbin Carroll had stayed home, the Cubs would have a no-hitter going here today. He's got all 3 of their base hits. Check that. Tawa with the long home run.
Second homer this year. Cubs lead has been cut to 4. It's a 6-2 game. Oh, they threw it back.
Tawa ready for that fastball, 99. He jumped all over it. It's all right. Stay aggressive.
First hit for a D-backs player not named Corbin Carroll. And I like that. Just go back, throw 99. All right. 4-run lead. Corbin Carroll up 3 for 3, solo homer, 2 singles. That wasn't a fastball.
A little breaking pitch there.
Two-one.
Ryan Presley has started to warm in the Cubs bullpen just in case.
Gonna pick that bat up, Corbin Carroll.
Maya's strength as a framer is that low pitch.
D-backs down to their final strike. 3-2. We are not done yet.
Valencia leaping in frustration out there, but that pitch was high. Score you a lot of points with the boys in blue. But they have to realize the pressure of the moment. Got pretty good vertical with Daniel. Strong legs. Where do you think that velocity, that velo comes from? That the kid's got
lower half.
Yeah, he got a strong lower unit. Could break some tackles.
Tell you what, he's got strong everything. Looks like Mike Allstott.
Well, some anxious moments here now in the 9th.
Fans have been out of their seats. Last 5 minutes or so, Geraldo Perdomo up. And now they're growing impatient.
Well, I would assume one more reaches and Presley will be in the ball game. Let's hope he has the afternoon off.
There's a strike. Get a defensive indifference. Corbin Carroll to second. Paint. Once again, Diamondbacks down to their final out, and now their final strike. Daniel Palencia, Geraldo Perdomo. 0-2 count, 2 outs, top 9. Cubs looking for the win. The pitch. Oof. Great hat. 1-2. Hit the second. Nico to first. Cubs win. Cubs get the victory. They get the series win. Final score 6-2, and more importantly, sing it. Man, I love hearing that song. Final score, Cubs 6, D-backs 2. JD, final words.
Yeah, well, interesting ball game. Ben Brown, kind of one of those bend not break outings for him. He wasn't at his sharpest. Command wasn't there for him, but able to pitch out of some jams and hang in there. But a brilliant performance by the bullpen. That was the story of the day. One big inning early and then outstanding work by the bullpen. A much beleaguered bullpen. They stepped up big time here this afternoon.
All right, that'll do it. For Jim Deshaies, Taylor McGregor, and our entire crew, I'm Alex Cohen. Thanks for watching Chicago Cubs baseball right here on Marquee Sports Network. Your final score, Chicago Cubs 6 and the Arizona Diamondbacks 2. Tomorrow, the series finale with Merrill Kelly and Jamison Tyone on the mound. Coverage starts at noon. Now we'll send it over to Cole Wright, Elise Medeker, and Cliff Floyd for the postgame show. Cole, guys, take it away.
Thank you very much, AC. And the Cubs undefeated in series at Wrigley Field. Who says no to that?
I don't say no to that. I say go Cubs, go.
Absolutely.
Cubs are going to win today. They look good. They keep winning.
Having a good time.
That's right. They had the power.
Series, right?
They had the speed to be the best in the National League. And we'll tell you all about that and much, much more. That's next right here on Cubs Post Game Live. Cliff, fix your earpiece, man.
I know, my bad.